Hi, everyone. From the movies to advertisements, and what we all know to be the American dream, we think of the good life as having achieved a certain monetary status in life. When most of us think of status, we typically think of a high income, a big house, a high end car, expensive toys, luxurious vacations, fine dining restaurants, and a lavish lifestyle. While pursuing a good life is generally a worthy goal, what is commonly overlooked is our health. Without good health, our accumulation of wealth is virtually meaningless. So, in today's discussion, what is really the good life? Health is wealth. We will dive into specifically the foods we eat, particularly the type of oils in the foods. Even with the government overlook of the FDA to regulate our food industry, it is still questionable what the consensus is for the best standard of a healthy diet. Therefore, as consumers, we still need to individually do our own homework and research to make the best decisions for ourselves, loved ones, and families. Now, I just want to stop right here and say I don't claim to be an expert on any of this. I am just a consumer, like most of us are here. But through my years and experiences and the knowledge that I've acquired, I think this is a very important subject that we need to consider, especially with, as you most of you are aware, if you've been following me on the last couple of months, I've and grieving over the death of my best friend, and after you know considering everything that's happened, and while I'm going through this grieving process, I do realize the importance of health, and so this is something I think is worth talking about. And so today we're going to be discussing it. As some of us are busy climbing the corporate ladder and striving to be more successful and make more money, we need to keep in mind that going out to eat more or cruising more may not bring us a healthy lifestyle if we don't pay attention to what we're eating and what cooking oils, especially seed oils, may be harmful to our health in the long run. When life gets too busy for us and we feel there isn't enough time in a day to get everything done, it is too tempting to get a little lazy and just go out to eat or pop a TV dinner in the microwave. However, this turning a blind eye to the unhealthy ingredients in our foods and prioritizing being in a hurry over our health could be to our great detriment years later. In our society where everything is based on speed and inefficiency, we sometimes forget that health is wealth. We need to slow down, smell the roses, and begin looking closely at what really matters as it pertains to the good life. And one of the most important, if not the most important things in life to be aware of are the foods we put into our bodies. With all the resources online nowadays, we can learn to eat smarter, healthier, and live a good life. According to an online article on nyctastemasters.com, seed oils make up 90% of the restaurant oil sales by the pound in the United States. And by seed oils, we're referring to soybean, canola, corn, palm, cottonseed, grapeseed, sunflower, safflower, peanut, and rice bran oils. And without having to bore you with the hundreds of medical articles and videos online, you can check them out when you have free time. You'll find plenty of research that shows how seed oils are not the best oil to use, but when consumed in moderation, it is okay. And the main reason why many restaurants choose to cook with seed oil is because seed oil is much cheaper in cost than the better quality oils such as olive oil. And keep in mind that not every article has merit, but after reading several articles, you'll be able to discern which medical experts and what information is valid. However, according to another article on www.massgeneral.org, there are some health concerns over the toxicity of how the oils are produced, and the chronic inflammation includes the omega 6s. The article called Seed Oils, Facts and Myths by Allison Kane, RDN, LDN. She writes, the seed oils are extracted from plants either by a chemical or mechanical process. Seed oil critics claim that chemical extraction process leaves toxic byproducts such as hexane, in the oils. While hexane is considered hazardous in gas form, it's used as a liquid solvent to extract the oil from the seeds. The hexane is then evaporated off. Since the FDA does not currently monitor or regulate hexane residue in cooking oils, it's unclear what trace amounts of hexane, if any, remain in the seed oils found on the supermarket shelves. Alternatively, oils can be mechanically extracted through cold pressing or expeller pressing of the plant seeds. While there are no chemical solvents in this process, these oils tend to have lower smoke points for cooking, shorter shelf lives, and are more expensive because they are unrefined. Concerns have also been raised over the ratio of omega-6 to omega-3 fatty acids in the diet. The claim is that historically humans consumed a diet with a 1-to-1 ratio of omega-6s to omega-3s, while the standard American diet has increased this ratio to 10-to-1 or greater. There is no denying that widely accepted health benefits of omega-3 fatty acids found in fatty fish, walnuts, and flax seeds. But the ideal ratio of fatty acids remains somewhat unclear. It's important to consider the context of how seed oils and their omega-6s make it to the consumer mouths. Most are used in deep-fried foods, fast food, and packaged snacks. These ultra-processed foods also tend to be high in sodium, refined carbohydrates, and added sugars, providing little nutritional benefit. Replacing ultra-processed food choices with more minimally processed whole foods such as fruits, vegetables, lean proteins, whole grains, legumes, nuts, and seeds is a more constructive tactic than aiming to eliminate seed oils entirely from one's diet. Seed oils can be a beneficial part of a healthy diet when used in cooking, such as in stir-fried vegetables, oven roasting fish, or crafting homemade salad dressings. Now, with that said, there's another article I read suggests that there are two best oils to cook with. On www.health.com, there's an interesting article called 5 Dietitians Agree on the Healthiest Cooking Oil You Should Use by Jillian Kubala, RD. The article states that the two best cooking oils to consume are extra virgin olive oil and avocado oil. She writes, when it comes to choosing the healthiest cooking oil, dietitians overwhelmingly recommend olive oil. Its heart-healthy facts, antioxidant content, versatility, and evidence-backed health benefits make it a top choice for a pantry staple. Avocado oil is a close second, celebrated for its higher smoke point and solid nutritional profile, making it another excellent option for everyday cooking. In summary, living a good life requires being mindful of our health by being selective and careful of what we eat. I know life gets busy and stressful with a two-income family with kids, but we must somehow find the time to do a little research and learn what healthy foods are to incorporate into our daily diet. Time does fly by. Kids grow up, and before you know it, we let our health slip underneath our radar by ingesting years of foods that are harmful to us. And years of poor dieting do take its toll oftentimes during our later senior years of life. Granted, when we're young, our bodies can withstand a lot of neglect and abuse from a poor diet. However, as we're currently discovering that certain cancers and diseases can go undetected for many years, and symptoms don't show up until it's too late. How many of us have heard of friends or loved ones hearing the shocking news that they have just been diagnosed with stage 4 pancreatic or liver cancer? Pancreatic and liver cancers are two of many examples of diseases that have no symptoms until it's too late. So I just want to stop right there for a second and just say, I know that, all of us are going to die sooner or later. It's inevitable. As long as we're all here, as long as, we're human, we cannot live forever, right? So obviously we are all our time on earth will expire sooner or later. But I think it is important that, why not make the most of our lives? Why not eat well and do everything we can to prolong, our death so that we could live a longer life, right? Um, and so, you know, as I'm experiencing my truest friend who passed away recently, and I know friends and other friends of friends that have recently been diagnosed with stage 4, pancreatic or liver cancer. It's just a tragedy, and I would imagine in our world, there's many, many people, especially middle aged to seniors, who are um, having disease in their body and realizing that this has been an accumulation of just a poor diet for many, many years. And so it's important for us to do our homework and learn what is, what are the best foods and diet that we should have, so that we can avoid the accumulation of um, of a poor diet that results in a disease or cancer, right? So, folks, it's time we take personal responsibility for our own health. It's best not to leave it up to the government or our consumer businesses to lead us to what they think is in our best interest. After all, most businesses and food companies are operating from a profit first mindset, and their decisions and products may not necessarily align with our highest health needs. Unfortunately, many businesses, like the pharmaceutical companies, to just name a few, are very profit driven and most oftentimes thrive at the expense of the general public's health. So, whether you are young, fresh out of college, starting a new career and family life, middle age, or near retirement, pursuing the American dream may be a worthy goal pursuing if it is balanced with good health. It's important to remember that good health is the key to a good life. And the next time you're wondering what is really the good life, the resounding answer is health is wealth. Okay. Um, so folks, I hope this video has been helpful to you. I hope it resonates with you. Personally speaking, I do try to live a healthy life. I'm not perfect, and like some of the things I read to you guys earlier, some people do say like moderation is key, right? It may not be necessary to radically cut out all the seed oils in your foods, but I did read enough articles, which I didn't cover in this video, obviously. But there's if you do your research, you will find out that a lot of doctors do not recommend that they definitely recommend that you limit or even remove seed oil from your diet. It's definitely not the most healthiest oil that you can consume. I do use olive oil when I cook, and I use avocado oil as well. And those are the two. They just happen to be the two main oils that I cook with. So um, again, it depends. Everyone, I urge you all to do your own research. Look at all the different articles online, the videos of the doctors, and you'll after a while you will be able to pick out and select the videos and articles that make sense to you, and then hopefully at that point you'll be able to, if need be, you'll be able to make some good changes for you yourself and your family. Okay, so I hope you find this video very helpful. If you do, please click like and click share. Please remember to subscribe to my channel so you can be updated of all my future videos, and I thank you all for watching, and I'll see you again soon. Thanks. Bye.